Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day today. It's a great day. It's a cold day, but it's a great day. It's
Mhm.
Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino is in the house. Carol, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Every day above ground, like we said, it is a good day.
Amen.
And we got a great show lined up for you guys today. Today is Tuesday, February 18th. Valentine's Day weekend is over. Now we're just getting ready to
Mhm.
hopefully it warms up a little bit and
Yeah.
getting us into spring very shortly. Well, we
Mhm.
still got some weeks, but I think it's going to happen. Anyway, guys, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders. Most is dedicated to people like you, our military. Thank you, our veterans, for what you do for our country. And just thank you guys for just tuning in. We appreciate it. It's showtime, Twisted Tuesday. Let's go to work. Ow! Yeah, it's that day. It's that time, everybody. And welcome.
Yep.
Hope you're having a good lunch. Carol, how you doing, kid?
Doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just it's my favorite day of the week right now. Well, Thursdays too now, so I get to do that for a
Yeah,
while. I'm excited
it's
about
fun.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you know what? It just seems like people were we're talking about the weather and the snow.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes there is snow. We've got some snow, but the cold and
Mhm.
my God, I don't know. Can you see yourself living somewhere else, if not in Illinois? If you could pack up anywhere and go, would you go move somewhere really warm? I don't think I can do that. Where it's
Mm,
warm
you-
all the time.
No, no, I don't think I could move somewhere like for the whole year, but I will tell you this. I know what I would love. Well, that people say San Diego. I would never go to the West Coast, obviously, but they say San Diego's like 75 on a regular basis. I'd love to be somewhere where there's palm trees and an ocean. Especially the palm trees.
Yeah,
That just if you wake up and you see palm trees, for me, I know people
yeah,
probably take them for granted when they live somewhere,
yeah,
but for us, it's like vacation because that's when we
yeah,
usually see palm trees is when we're on vacation. So
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't think I could move. I don't think I'd want to be somewhere where it's 80, 90 degrees, 100 all year round. No, I wouldn't like that.
I could, and I don't care if I had a giant pool or even if I had the
Mhm.
ocean
Yeah.
next to me. I just don't like with that humidity. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that do not like humidity, but then there's a lot of people that can sit through it like nothing, and it's like
Yeah.
it's just crazy to me. But
Mhm.
hey, it is what it is. Which Ocean Spit, Twisted Tuesday, Carol Brandolino. We are here, folks. We're brought to you by our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local. They have a lot of great deals for the red hot buys for the month of February. Miracle Grow Potting Mix 16 quart. Two for $20. Thinking about updating your old kitchen and bathroom faucet? Select Moen Faucets, 20% off an entire month of February. Ace Wild Bird Food, 20-pound bag is two for $20. And Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Filters are buy three and get one free. Easy way to keep your furnace running properly. So to switch to your furnace filter monthly to make sure it stays clean. Ace is the place, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. All right. So, boy, one thing after another today's day. Last night we had a great Mojo's rehearsal, getting ready for the cruise coming up, folks. We're excited about that. Like I said, Laura is doing much better right now. She's in her office
Oh,
right now. She goes in the office maybe 20 minutes, tries to sit there and then, just to get some stuff
yeah.
done and walks
Good
back.
for her.
Yeah, I think she got the very first trainer person coming in today to help her
Oh,
with a
like the
little bit
physical
more stuff.
therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that starts along, of course, with Natalie helping her too. So,
Nice.
Everything is doing
Good.
great. Busy week. Tomorrow is a big one, guys. And I know we know we're going to be at the Tap House Grill in
Oh, yes.
Lamont tomorrow
Yep.
night. It is for the homeless. There's things I always talk about, and the homeless, I always try to support that, and dogs and animals and stuff, when it comes to that with me, or anything to do with kids, with cancer and that kind of stuff. We like to do benefits. We like to do whatever we can. This one's going to be good. This is going to be at the Tap House Grill tomorrow in Lamont, folks, which would be the 19th of February. It's a 7 o'clock show. Dan Nozak put this together, and Jeff, the owner of Tap House, which is nice. Last time we did fed the homeless, he gave us a whole bunch of sandwiches to give out, and me and Danny and a couple other people went out and passed out the food and clothing. But this one's going to be homeless concert. Now, there's no fee to get in. If you want to. We're not asking. We're asking if you can bring some sort of something that we can give the homeless. Coats and gloves and hats and whatever you can bring in. There's going to be raffles.
Sanitizer, water. You said last time those were the things that they were needed or were asking for.
Yes, they were. Yeah, so that's important. And then it's got Stephanie Lemon-Bergener. Yours truly is the MC. Double T Tony Toto. I think Ron Starr, of course. We got Lulu Sylvester, which is great. And Nick Sahajas, hopefully he's feeling better. He's going to be there. And, of course, John Vincent. John's going to leave early, so he can't stay late. So we're going to get him on right away in the beginning of the set. But it's going to be a good cause, and that is the Tap House Grill tomorrow in Lamont. Thursday will be at Positano's with Lisa P., Jerry Jams, 7 o'clock hit. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. And Saturday, folks, we'll be at Pier 290. It's a great place in Lake Geneva. It's in Lake Como, right on the water. We'll be in the boat show at Ocean's Rat Pack dinner and show. And Sunday will be at Caliendo's in Winfield for a dinner show as well. So it'll be a busy week, a lot of stuff going on.
So can I tell you?
Carol,
can I tell you real quick? I just got a text message from. We came out to see you on Friday. I brought my mom out and.
Well, first of all, thank you for that.
Sure.
Thank you. That was nice. And your friend, the older lady, Josephine, looks like she was having a good time.
She just texted me and she said, "Hi, Carol. Thank you for a great Friday night. Where are they next? We want to go." Like she's just and she is just such a energetic, wonderful woman. I've known her since I was 8 years old. I was best friends with her daughter from 3rd grade. And so I spent so much of my life, my summers at their home because my parents were at the restaurant or, they were working. And we went on many trips together. They took myself, my mom, we all did vacations together. And when I tell you, she's always been like that. She always wanted to get out there and dance. She has not stopped once. And that show you guys put on with the band behind you was amazing. I mean, that was so cool to hear the instruments behind you as well. It's a great venue.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you have the band and the tracks is one thing, but when you have the band behind you and the light show and the way it
was great.
115 did a great job. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of those theater shows coming up, and we'll be having the band going forward. So we're going to be excited with that.
You got some new fans. She's going to be trying to find out where you are, and she's got her crew, the Golden Girls. My mom and her friends are the Golden Girls, so
very cool. Well, it looks like they had fun, and that's even the Italian guy the guy she was with. I talked to him in Italian a little bit. That was interesting.
Yes, right.
So first he didn't think I spoke Italian, but then when I spoke Italian, he kind of lit up a little bit because I actually knew what I was saying. So that was cool. Yeah. But that was fun. We were talking about 115 Bourbon Street, which we just did on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, here's something that gets me that's crazy. And I mentioned this yesterday on the show. Valentine's Day, they had the snow coming. They knew the snow was coming all day. That place was still 322, whatever it was, with some standing. It was a bad place. People still came up. And then Saturday, they said snow was coming. And it didn't come at all. And it hurt a few of the places that were playing. It hurt us a little bit. It hurt a lot of different places because people thought it was going to snow. But it's amazing. I think a lot of people just came out because they felt they had to because it was Valentine's Day.
Oh,
I don't think they cared about the snow.
And also, I will tell you this. Southsiders, I mean, you don't do a lot on the South Side. I grew up on the South Side. I listen, Southsiders, they're hardcore. Okay. You can say what you want, but they don't let the weather stop them. I
agree with you 100%. Every time we did the South Side, they don't care. If they want to come out, they're going to come out.
Right.
The northern side, they just said, "Oh, it's too
Yeah.
cold." But you're right. We don't play the south
Right,
side too
right.
often. We don't. And
Yeah.
but it was very cool. But it was a lot of fun. But it's amazing. I wonder how much money the people make with Valentine's Day. I mean, it's definitely a
It
Hallmark made
is. It
holiday.
is. But they
You
also
know what
call
I
it
mean? And
amateur, like they call, in the restaurant business or bartending and server industries, they call it amateur night. It would be Black Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. They would say New Year's Eve, Hallmark days. Those are like, they call them amateur
yeah,
nights because it's like some of these
yeah,
people never go out unless it's a special occasion. So you're not getting people that are used to going out, and there's certain types of, not protocol, but there's just how you tip, how you take care of people, how you order. There's so much involved. Really shouldn't be, but
yeah,
it is. It's kind of like amateur night. So I hope people they were great there, and the food for it being kind of just a restaurant and bar, like a casual,
yeah.
was excellent. Everything everybody had at our table was
Yeah,
very
food
good.
was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah, food was
Mhm.
fantastic. That was 115 Bourbon Street. Check it out, Marionette Park. Here we are again. More news. Another plane, Delta Airlines plane crashed, but when it landed in Toronto and it flipped as it landed, it just happened. Thank God there was nobody hurt.
Great.
But with the wind chill and the ice and stuff like that. But then, I've seen a lot of people responding to that. Seeing people responding to the page when someone posted about that, about all this has been happening lately, and they're doing investigating. They're blaming it on the wind, they're blaming it on the ice. I got that too. But then some people said, "Hey, we don't know the circumstances." There's been two pilots that were like almost drunk. They were drunk. They got a test before they got in some of these flights in the last couple of weeks. So, I don't know. It's a little scary, but thank God there was nobody hurt.
Mhm.
When the plane landed, it flipped
Oh
over,
my God.
and thank God that there was nobody, no casualties,
Yeah.
and thank God for that.
Yeah.
Emo, Florida, how you doing? Double T, Dennis, Lake Geneva, how you doing? Back. Oh, there you go. Richard's back from sunny Florida. Well, Richard, welcome back. Kathy, Frankie Setta in the house. Mr. Jeff Hunt from Seventh Heaven. Frankie doing his stuff. Great. Frankie Setta. There's a Professor Armenstadt. Daryl, great job. Nina, nice seeing you guys. Ronnie B, what's up, buddy? Ocean Spit. All right. Earthquakes. Praying for some earthquakes that happened in Naples, Italy. Emo, I'm sure you heard about it. Tony Toto, my Italian friends. There were some earthquakes in the Naples area in Italy. Thank God. I don't know if there's anybody was hurt. It didn't seem to, but there was a lot of earthquakes in the Naples area in Italy. Interesting
Yeah.
stuff. There's Jerry Jams joining us today. All right. This is good news for all you people. We're talking about oil coming. Let's get the prices of gas going down. Donald Trump, their organization, 625 million acres offshore territory so they can start drilling, reversing the Biden's last-minute ban before he left office to stop drilling. They reversed it, and they're going to start drilling. And they've got 625 million acres to start drilling here so we can have oil here in the United States of America. There's plenty. So it needs to be done, and I'm excited about all that stuff. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they were shown leaving court smiling after the rape charge was dropped. I guess it was a rape charge against Jay-Z. It was dropped all of a sudden. Looks what happens. A nice payoff will keep a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean,
quiet.
With when it comes to rape, like I think that word gets thrown around way too easily, just like narcissist. I mean, it's just a label that you throw onto something, and it shouldn't be, because those are two very, very touchy subjects. And rape, though, you got to be careful. There are a lot of women. Look at what people did to Donald Trump. The one woman said he raped, and now people walk around just saying he's a rapist. You got to be careful. So who knows if this Jay-Z did it or not? All these stories, all that stuff will start coming out down the line, or people start coming out of the woodwork once the first person opens up and says something. So I always wait to see the fallout afterwards. But yeah,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But now, technically, I mean, I don't know. It is a touchy subject when it comes to the rape thing. I can't imagine what a woman must go through for a man to force himself on anybody, a woman like that. You know, coming out of bars or something like that, you're already a little tipsy as it is, and then some guy knows you're tipsy and then takes advantage. It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be a stranger. It could just be the person you're on a date with. You know, or a friend, or vice versa. And I think, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it happens to men too, from other men, or women get a little ubats sometimes. So I don't know, but the word is. I guess you got to be careful when the word rape comes out and how
it'll
it's
ruin someone's life.
Right.
It can even ruin many lives. But too, I'm sure there's a lot of boys and men that have these things happen because younger girls are, they don't realize how much weight that word holds, and they could ruin, and that it has happened, ruin young boys' lives when they didn't do that. Do you know what I mean? And they could be pissed off about something, or, these kids nowadays, they're mad because this person doesn't like this person, or he cheated with a friend of hers. And then I'm just going to go ahead and say this to get him back. That's once they say that, it's a game changer.
You're tarnished. You're tarnished for life, or especially if you're in a political field or in a high profile field of some sort of job or whatever you're doing. It can really screw. There's Danny Nozak. Danny, how you doing? We're ready for tomorrow for Tap House Grill. We were just talking about this for the homeless. Robert General, how you doing? All right, let's see. Here's the question of the day, Carol. I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Now, I asked my wife and Natalie today, if we dated before, or if someone dated before the age of 18 and you dated and you're not dating anymore, is it an ex or is it just my childhood friend?
That's a great question. I don't know that I would say my ex, because if it was before 18, when I even talk about that, even with my kids, it's just a guy I dated for a few months. You know what I mean? I don't know that I would say my ex. Ex means, I think, there was a lot more time put into it, maybe more intimate, maybe more, involvement. I don't know. I think, no, I wouldn't say ex if it was before 18, unless they were together from 18 to like 24. You know what I mean? That's different.
Well, exactly, and that's what Laura said too. Because she had her boyfriend was like, they were together for like 7 years, 8 years. So for her, that's an ex. But to someone that's probably, if anything romantic happens, I think that would be considered an ex. Good one, Richard. Makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I mean, if there's some, if you're not just, holding hands and going to the movies, that's one thing. When something happens like number one or number two or whatever, first base or second base, whatever. I don't even know if they even call that anymore. Anyway,
Grand slam. I don't know how many terms, but
right. Home run, right. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things at Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, folks, and since we've been talking about all that, let's talk about some real estate. We need to do that real fast. My good friend Mary Grievous, when it comes to her real estate needs and, buying, selling houses, that's the way to go. Don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent, Mary Grievous at mgrievousstarkre.com, 630-681-725. That's Berkshire Hathaway Services, of course, real estate at its finest. And then, of course, if you're working with Mary on real estate, then you should work with Mary on travel agent. Not only the Chicago Music Cruise that's coming up, but she does travel agencies in general, and she can give you some great deals. And we are talking about the Chicago Music Cruise that's less than oh boy, it's getting closer and closer. Mojo's is getting nervous. We're rehearsing. It's happening March 22nd to March 30th. Actually, we leave on the 21st. It's going to be a lot of fun. Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas, spring break, 8 days. Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, and Coco Key, Bahamas. We got Seventh Heaven, Tony Ocean, the main event band of Jersey Girls, Mojo's Jokebox, and a whole lot more. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com or just call Mary at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. I'm excited about that. All right. So boy, nail polish.
Hmm.
Let's talk about nail polish. Now, let me ask
All
you,
right.
Carol, nail polish. What does a normal bottle of nail polish run for a woman? A normal. I'm not talking about the high class stuff. So if you went to Walgreens and grabbed the first one off the shelf, what's a normal price for something
I
like
think
that?
like $5, maybe. I don't know, 5, $6. I really don't remember. I don't buy it
Okay.
often, but yeah, something like that, I
Okay.
think.
All right. Well, what would you consider like an expensive bottle of nail polish?
I mean, anything over $10 for nail, it's just nail polish. I mean, $10, I don't know, $12, 15.
All right. All right. Hold on to your britches,
Okay.
folks. Hold on to your britches. The most expensive nail polish, 26, wait, excuse me, $267,000. And here it is, folks. It's got the 267 carat black diamonds in the polish.
Oh, it's nail polish. Oh, nail
So,
polish. Okay, okay, okay. I got you.
nail
Okay.
polish. So, if you're interested, ladies out there, if your husband or who's going to spend $260,000 on nail polish, that's a little crazy. Crazy as right? Is that
No,
nuts? Would you if you had that money, would you spend it?
not on nail polish. No, not no. But I was thinking of nail polish remover, just so the women are like, "What are you talking about, Carol?" I was thinking nail polish remover when you asked me nail polish. So for nail polish,
Yeah.
you're not going to find a decent one for under $10. That's normal. I think that's very average for nail polish is
All
10
right.
bucks, $12. But nail polish
Yeah.
with gold, no, no. But look at the alcoholic beverages that have gold in it, like the Goldschlagers and stuff like that. They'd have like the little
Yeah. Yeah.
there's of
Yeah. Yeah.
gold in
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Never in a million years
Yeah.
would I pay that. Just like you said, people are paying $9,000 for what food was it? Was it not lobster?
Caviar. Yeah, caviar.
I mean,
Caviar. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. I mean, that's cheap, and that's a cheap end. I mean, it's crazy, but I guess
because if you
who
have
knows,
nothing better
man.
to spend your money on, I guess it's whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'll never know.
Yeah, it's almost like what people are
Right.
going are crazy here. Here's another thing and I don't know what you think about this, Carol, but being a mom and having some younger kids, school district voted to reinstate using the paddle board to hit a student when they're bad. This is happening at Cassaville R number 5 school district in Missouri.
Missouri.
It's coming back in Missouri. So now that's another touchy subject. I have to admit, I'm not saying I remember a couple teachers in my Catholic
Mhm.
grade
Yep.
school, not in high school, that
Yeah.
gave me a little whack when I
Yes.
was out of line. And I'm telling you, I never did that
No.
again. So, what is your take on something like this? Is it crazy? Yes, I think it's crazy, but
Okay.
the fine line there.
It's a fine line. It's definitely a fine line. That's why private schools did it because it's not publicly funded, right? So they make their own rules, and you know that if
Yeah.
you're sending your kids there, that
Yeah.
you know. So when I went to a private Greek grade school, like I remember the Greek teacher one just flipped a desk that the one kid was sitting at. She came over. She was like 70 something years old. She she came over. My mom had her in Greek school. I'm telling, she was older than 70 something. She flipped his desk right over, and he was like, holy. And they
Yeah.
paddled, and then the priest, the best priest in the world, Father Byron, rest his soul, you know what he would do? He would get the little hairs on the back of your neck, at the very bottom, at the back of your neck, down the low, and he would grab them and pull them. And then all the boys would go like up on their tiptoes when he would do it, when they get in trouble. Listen, no one really ever had any problems with that, but I'm afraid there's definitely kids that need it. But nowadays, because of the generations and who they are,
Yeah.
if they hit someone, there's
Yeah.
two things going to happen. Either they're going to get sued, or they're going to get a fight. There's going to be a fight. The teacher, you're going to get
Absolutely.
I mean,
And like a lot of
God
people are,
forbid, weapons
yeah,
or
there you
something,
go. Carol, no one would hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You making sense. A lot of people saying, like you said, look, Richard said, if anybody paddles my son, will catch an ass whooping. Carol says, not my kids. But and now let's go. And here's Buddy. How you doing, Buddy? Buddy just said, not school, but parents. Should parents be able to give your kid a whack if he's on a line? Not another fine line, because there's kids that will call whatever you call it, the FDA, whatever
Oh no,
they
the
call,
DCFS.
what is
No, no,
it?
not FDA.
CFS.
But
Those kids will call it on their parents. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, when I was a kid, my mom, like I said, she would throw anything that's
yeah,
loose that can be thrown. I got hit with it. What about parents out there? Do you give a kid a little whack when he's out of line, stealing from your wallet or stealing from the store or doing something? I don't know. I mean, it's a real different world out there. But
I think the
what do you
problem
think on
is
that?
when people get excessive. People don't realize when you say give a whack or crack them with the spoon. I always had
Yeah,
that spoon. It was
yeah,
more to make them afraid. They weren't even afraid of me, but like I'd get them in the butt or in the back of the leg, like I'd chase them around. Look, you don't want to beat your kid, but I will tell you this: the ones that
no,
did get certain, there were repercussions for things. They did not continue to do them,
yeah,
and it doesn't have to be a
correct,
traumatic experience because I know that there's
right,
kids
right.
out there that are more traumatized. I know this for a fact, more traumatized by the yelling, screaming, and the words they've been called and things they've been called, like lazy,
Yeah,
fat, stupid. Like
yeah.
that's worse, I'm telling you, than getting a crack on your ass or even 1,000% worse. It's 1,000% worse.
I agree. I think verbally
Yep,
abusing somebody
it
is
is.
worse than actually a little bat,
Right,
whatever it
right.
is. I agree. I agree with
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
100%. And it doesn't even have to be kids. Just
of
in general,
course.
when in a relationship or your
Yeah,
friends are verbally abusing
yeah.
somebody is pretty
Mhm.
bad. Boyd's got a point. Andy did spank Oprah on
What?
on
What?
Andy did spank Opie
Oh,
on Andy
yep.
Griffith. Remember? All right, Opie, you get over my
That's
lap now,
right.
boy.
Yep.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, another recall. Igloo. This is funny. This is weird. Igloo coolers.
Yeah.
Those ones that you pull with the big. They've been recalled because of the handle. Everything. I mean, every day there's something being recalled, and I had Jams on the show last week, I think it
Mhm.
was, and I think that just people are just getting lazy at work.
They're
They're
making
not.
things like
They're not
shit.
following their work.
Yeah, they're not being manufactured well. That's why, and maybe a lot of those things
Yeah.
aren't manufactured here. So, you might not be you're getting hundreds of things being made, somewhere else, and they're crap most of the time. It's not quality, you know.
No, I agree. Tammy says, "Hi, Tammy. Welcome to Ocean Spit. I believe we adults are cold models to children. If we hit, they will learn to hit. I believe being firm is good and giving logical consequences. It's a good
Yeah.
point too. Now, remember, growing up in and maybe you too,
Mm.
Carol, because you're Greek and with
Yeah.
Italian. That's the way that parents did
Yeah.
it. I mean, bam. It's like
Right.
they
I mean,
threw
my
a lance at
ponytails,
me.
if let me tell you,
Yeah,
I was that's what happened. That was like the handle. Carol's handle was my ponytail. Like grab it. My dad did that to me a couple times. Like I was like, my head
yeah,
went in
yeah,
there
yeah,
before my body did. But
yeah.
I don't know. There has to be a little bit of fear, not for your life, God forbid, but a little bit to know that you don't want that to happen again. So it's not about beating. It's about, disciplining and giving a crack, a one crack here or there. It's not, I don't think it's going to continue to happen. I think they're going to learn. Kids learn young that, oh, if I do this, if A plus B equals C, I'm not doing it again. They're not. They learn.
Oh yeah, good point. There you go, Jerry. Oh, Jerry said good, like a puppy, like puppy biting, to reprimand him to
Yeah.
stop. And he gets older and he stops to
Yeah.
do it. Frankie said, "How about putting soap in the mouth if they speak out of line?" My mother did
I
put
did
soap.
that to
Oh
Gia.
no, I'm gonna take it. Wait, guys. My mother did one step worse.
Tabasco.
I had to put. She put liquid soap in my mouth.
Oh,
Liquid soap, not the bar in my mouth. It would be like pouring a bottle of water. It would be liquid,
oh,
like Dawn going down my throat.
how was
Yeah.
that?
So yeah,
Did you do it again?
that was that.
Did
No, never did it again. Never went right to took a bath and did the bubbles, Mr. Bubbles. So everything worked out good. But no,
you were
yeah,
burping up
it's
bubbles?
crazy. Burping
Yeah.
up, Bubba. Robert Provenzano says his wife still beats him. Okay.
Well, let's listen. Enough with the kinky stuff, General. There, take it
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, General, that's
Yeah.
it. Uh, yeah, nobody has. There you go. Always winning says nobody has any more pride in their
It's
jobs.
true.
Karen Marie, stage 19. Cool. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. Stage 19 in Elmhurst. I think we're going to be there in April, end of April. So thank you for that. All right. So interesting stuff. They're talking about the bird flu with chickens.
Mm-hmm.
The CDC says the bird flu, that's why eggs are so expensive. Now they're saying it undetected, it got into cows. Does that mean now that the meat and stuff start going to get expensive too? I can't trust anything the CDC says, guys. So I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't trust anything they say. Even though, I mean, after the whole 2020 pandemic thing, I just, that's just my opinion. It is what it is. There you go. Caught smoking. My dad made me chew cigarettes.
my dad caught me smoking. He made me smoke it like the right way. He came out. I had smoke in my mouth. He was, in the kitchen. I was in the living room in the old bungalow. You could see down the hallway, and he saw me try it, and my mouth had the smoke in it because I didn't inhale. And he caught me. He goes, "Oh, you want to smoke? Come on, let's have a smoke." And he said, "Now," I'm like crying, tears. He goes, "No, now breathe in like this." And I threw up all over the place. And that was it. I was done. I tried one more time about a year later, burnt my eyebrows off. I said, "Okay, I'm done."
That's it. You're done. You want to hear something funny? There was a story. I forgot who it was, but there was a father that sat down with his kids and said, "Okay, you're getting to the age where you're just going to start learning stuff and seeing things at school and stuff like this. So let's do this." I guess he had a bottle of vodka, whatever it was, and says, "Have a drink." And he had him like 2 or 3 drinks, whatever it was, and the effect that they had with booze. And then I think they did it for pot, and I think they might have did it for cocaine or so. I know it sounds crazy out there, but these kids got so crazy about it, it scared the shit out of them. And you hear crazy stories like that, but sometimes, put your hand in the fire. Ow, you'll never put your hand in the fire again.
My brother did that. My brother did that to me with pot. I was going into high school. He goes, "Listen, my brother, I guess he didn't know it then, but boy, did he put me through the freaking ringer with shit." But I'm going to say.
Okay. How did it happen? If you don't mind getting into details, how did it happen? I think it's funny.
He drove. Okay, so we were driving back from our hot dog stand. We were working, obviously. So he was driving us home.
Yeah.
It was the summer going into freshman year. He's driving, and he goes, "Reach in the glove compartment." Okay, reach in the glove compartment, and there's a joint in there, like an actual joint. And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So he's like, "I'm gonna light it," and I'm like, "All right." He goes, I go, "You're gonna smoke it while you're driving?" He's like, "No, you're gonna smoke it while I'm driving." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't like that. I already went through the cigarette torture with my dad." So then I go, "I can't inhale. It makes me like throw up." He's like, "Listen, you're going to take a few hits or whatever." So he's driving. He goes, "You're going to go to school." This is exactly what he said to me, what you just said. "You're going to see all kinds of shit in high school. They're going to offer it to you. This is going to be around. That's going to be there. It's going to be everywhere." He goes, "You're going to do it with me here. So when you get to school, they offer it. You're not going to say, 'Oh, I've never done that before. I'm going to try it.' You're going to know you did it, and you're not going to try it." So I got really stoned. Okay, bad. But so we get home. Okay, I was like laughing and just out of control, silly. I did almost cough a lung up. I mean, I coughed so hard I almost threw up. But we get home, and I was so, I mean, I know I'm loud, but more obnoxious. And I was like 14. So my parents were down in the, like the sunken family room. So when you walk in the front door, if you look down the railing, there's the family room. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, hey." And my brother was like, "Get your ass upstairs in the bedroom now." He's like, because he goes, like, they can't know, So he had to babysit me for the next couple hours to keep me quiet. But he did it. I did it. And you know what? I really never cared to do it much after that. Like, it just didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I think sometimes it kind of, I mean, it depends on how it's done, but I know what you're saying. It's like, it makes sense. A lot of stories, you guys come up with some good stuff. My dad said, "If I catch you smoking, I'm going to make you eat it." Jeanette, like I said, Jerry ended up eating it.
God,
old-fashioned. But then here's always winning says that old-fashioned spanking never did any harm, kids. Today's kids are wimps.
That's a tough one because I wouldn't call somebody a wimp because of it, but like I will say, look what's happened. Why don't you just compare? Look what's happened. I guarantee if you have two groups of 20 kids each, one group, they had to sit in the corner when they got in trouble,
Yeah.
and the other group got spankings when they were younger in the corner. I'm going to probably guarantee you that 95% of the ones that got spanked are probably in a better place, like a normal spanking for discipline, are in a better place
Or
right
something
now.
like that. Instead of when they say, what is it,
Time out.
timeout, and go stand against the
Time out.
wall and do that, they want the timeout. I don't know. I think, look, guys, we were out in the streets. We went out. We drank off the water fountain at the park.
Hose,
Guys, we were drinking off the
Right.
hose. We didn't care. We were out dabbing, and we ended up okay. Though I think the world and social media destroyed this whole world as we talk about it. It's very good in a lot. Like we said many times, it's very good in what it does, but it also does a lot of bad. Boyd comes up with another good one here. True effective parenting is extremely exhausting.
Amen. Boyd, you've never said anything more accurate. And it's draining. It's actually draining to effectively parent.
It's got to be difficult. It's Ocean's Pit. Let's talk about becoming your own bank. Maybe everybody wants to do that. Become your own bank. And we're talking about Imperialux, folks. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, and making your dream retirement reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book through Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. That's Imperialux, becoming your own bank. It's a good company. Join them out. If you're joining us on our cruise, Wendy's doing Britney Spears and Marilyn Monroe, but they're also doing seminars there about Imperialux, becoming your own bank here at Ocean's Pit. Little show about big things. A Twisted Tuesday with me and Carol Brandolino. And before we get into some more discussions, it's time for the JCR Minute. Ace Minute brought to you by JRC Hardware Stores. The weather for Tuesday, February 18th. It's 7 degrees out there. Feels like -4. It's freaking cold, folks. It is a little sunny out there. Humidity is 50 degrees. Wind chill 7 miles per hour. And they say air quality is good. Be warming up in the next 7 days before it gets a little warmer. That is your Ace Minute, brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right. Get this, Carol, barbering. Barbering. People who barbers.
Okay.
I didn't realize, folks, this is interesting. It's the fastest growing occupation of all trades in the United States.
Wow.
It went up 22% from 2023. And there's 35% women barbers.
Wow.
I never realized that there was women barbers, but I didn't realize how many people, and this trade is going up. I mean, you do have to go to some schools and take some training, obviously, and do your stuff. But, if your kids were really small now, Carol, say your kids were like 5 years old, would you tell them to go to college or would you tell them to learn a trade?
Well, I mean, I have these discussions with Gianni right now. I think you have to know more. I don't know. That's a difficult one. I don't want to force anybody to go to school. I would like for them to try. But you know what? If they're the type, you got to look and see what type of child you have. You know what kind of child you have. Gianni he always took things apart, like big electrical things. He wanted to see how they worked on the inside. More engineering, his mind, putting it back together, wanting to know that hands-on needs to be constantly moving and doing things. Some kids, it's real hard to sit through school. It really is. They focus. So I don't know. I wouldn't say you have to go to college. I would encourage it. I would see what their interests are. I think what's really effective is, and I'm going to do this with Gianni, like as soon as possible. I wanted to go to a lot. I want to tour some colleges, some campuses. I want him to see them. I want him to see that it's so different than high school or grade school. Like you're way more independent. The surroundings are going to be different, but also see what they're interested in and try and get them to do some hands-on as an internship somewhere, because that when they start doing it hands-on, they're learning and they'll see if they like it or not before they go to college for something, because you kind of got to do that in advance, I think. Because just going to college, you really don't know if you're going to like something for sure. I think the trades
Well,
are
yeah, that's the
important.
thing.
I think the trades are very important. And like we said, they need them. They need tradesmen out there. And it's an excellent living.
And they're making good
Yes.
money. There's plumbers making $90 an
Yes.
hour. I mean, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Look at Always Winning says they want $35 just to shave your head now. $35
Like
just to
bald?
shave your head.
Because you could do that yourself.
Shave it bald. Yeah, I mean, where can you find good
What?
if you get a chance to read, you have to read.
Boyd?
Can you read? I'm not going to say
Damn
it.
it. I don't always see. There's certain people's I can see and certain I can't. Oh, I see.
Where can you find a good?
Oh, yeah, no, they do that though. I could give you a place.
They do that
done
too.
all the time.
They do that too. But
It's called the
yeah, but
Brazilian.
here's the interesting thing. We're talking. Yeah, there you go,
That
boy.
is-
You got us. But here's the thing. Here's a guy that went to college, a girl, never-ending student loans. This dentist still owes $101,000 after paying $198 already over 20 years. He still owes $101,000. Nobody has an answer, and just as an answer because I can't retire and still have all this debt. This is the dentist.
Okay, then he must have.
That's why they said
properly. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a good.
Well, you know what? That's why they're saying a lot of dentists. They're saying that the dentists in the field of dentists have more suicides because dentists can't afford to end up paying their debt.
I heard that. I've heard that actually. Gianni told me that he's got all this not useless, but he knows all this information.
It comes up with that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Oh boy, I'm telling you. Now here's something that gets me. Someone goes up to Carol. I got an old mattress. Do you want it? What's the first thing you're going to say?
no, thank you.
No, thank
No, I don't think
right? Most of the people are going to say no. We're not going to sleep in that.
Unless I know the person very, very well, like a family member or something.
Now listen. Okay. All right. Okay. Say your sister says okay, or your brother says hey, or whatever. Okay. But most of the people are going to say no with a mattress. But you won't take someone's mattress, but we'll pay $200 to $300 a night to go sleep in hotels.
Well, yeah.
And how many people now this mattress, if one of your friends is giving you the mattress, you know it's either she slept on it, he slept on it, or the husband and wife slept on it, maybe a dog. But when you're going to the hotels here, there's millions of people that slept on that mattress.
You're right. That's gross. But and there's
now when you think of it, right? Now when you think of it, it's like,
for sure. Oh. Yeah.
And you ever what's that that TV show Monsters Inside Me, where they go inside and they show with the light and they show
the blue black lights. Or blue black light.
The black lights. Yeah. Now, but you know what though? It's almost like a catch-22 because when you're going to a nice hotel, usually it's vacation, it's a night out. So you look at it like, and you lay down on the bed. If you really got into thinking that, some guy just might have did something on that, or a woman did that, or someone got killed on that, or who knows what's going on in that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well.
Okay, scavengers pick up mattresses all day long and resell them. There you go. I don't know.
I wouldn't buy a mattress off of any used site. They have that marketplace. I wouldn't because like I said, unless it's somebody I know real well, no way.
I couldn't do it either, but it makes sense. All right. Talking about spending money, we're just talking about how Musk and President Trump are finding all this money, folks. Listen to this. Pentagon previously just spent $32,000 to replace 25 coffee cups. 25 coffee cups. The Pentagon spent $32,000 on 25 coffee cups for the Pentagon. Previous presidency.
And they actually wrote that down. They actually wrote that it's for those cups.
Yeah, that's what it says on the receipt. So you just don't make this shit up, right? It's cheaper hotels hardly change their sheets and pillows. Oh my God.
No.
I don't know what's worse about the mattress or the 25, the 20 coffee cups. All that
That's
money.
so sickening to me about the cups. And can you imagine how much more they spend on the most random things that just are insignificant? A coffee cup. Like
And
we
they're,
have coffee cups here at work. They're just normal, regular
right, right.
coffee cups. Why? I don't
It's
understand.
crazy. Here now, Fox News, during all that pandemic and during the election and all the different stations we watched, one station would tell you one thing, another
Yeah.
station would tell you something else. Fox News was really horrible. But they just got a big fine. They had to pay what was that? $787 million for deceiving the American public.
Which station?
Fox News had to do this.
Fox did it?
Fox did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's amazing what's going on with all this crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It really is. Now, here's an interesting dilemma. Not a dilemma, but you're working or you're out one day. Somebody taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hi, Carol, I'm your brother."
Oh, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Or I'm your sister. And you're at this age. Now, I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure it's completely crazy. But what would I mean? Thank you, Jerry. Just posted it in the largest ever defamation settlement with the voting systems. Thank you, Jerry. So, what would you do? Tap you on the shoulder, and a guy comes up and says, "I'm your brother."
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Number one, I told you that a long time ago. I know that those seeds are all over, and I'm just afraid to get that test done because I know I have families probably everywhere, but I'm afraid right now. So, that's going to happen. If they do, I would love to prove it. Let's prove it.
Yeah. Sure. No, I mean, he had all the proof. I mean, it's all the proof. It's not like you have to question. This guy was like this brother or sister, had all the documentation, had all the pictures, had all the proof, had the blood test, and they handed it all to you. Yeah. And it's all real. Or you got a call from a lawyer and whatever it was. But what is wow.
I'd like to get to know him, obviously. I mean, that's huge. And just see what their life has been like. I don't know. Just see, what would interest me probably the most out of all that is you truly see how the genes work. Like you've never met them. They probably never met let's say my dad, right? Okay. That's what it would be. So you wonder, when people do those meetings after 30, 40 years, they have so much in common. It could be something that it's just like your genes, whether it's art or some kind of talent or something that who you marry. Like, it's just unbelievable when you see stories like that. I just hope they're decent people more than anything, but I think it would be pretty cool actually to find.
I think it would be kind of cool too. Here's the second question. The second question is, I got no place to live.
Right. Yeah. No money.
Now I'm moving in with you. Now, mind you, he's your blood brother. He's your brother.
Blood, yes. Stranger, yes. I mean, I don't know what you've been through, but I'm not letting somebody in my house. I mean,
right? Absolutely. I would say the same thing. I mean, I'll help you out with some bucks, try to help you out, but take care of yourself, right?
Right. Well, that's your red flag. If the next thing that comes out is I need help, no. Then that's the red flag, and that's probably the brother or sister you don't want in your life.
That's the sister that you don't want. But I can imagine that happening to you. I mean, you think it's just a Lifetime story, but a lot of those Lifetime stories,
they're all real. I'll let you know when it happens.
Hey, I'm giving my brother a birthday party. Really? I didn't know you had one. I know you have a brother, but right. Interesting stuff. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Let's talk about Jack Vayner Landscaping, folks. Jack Vayner Landscaping. They offer monthly mains programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, service, and installation, servicing the North Shore for 45 years. That's Jack Vayner Landscaping. Give them a call at 847-432-5266, and you'll be in good hands with my good buddy Jack Vayner and Tommy. Of course, they are the best at what they do.
When I was making the post last night, for Ocean Spit.
Yes.
Right, the tattoos on my face. I was just in, whatever kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, and you found a picture of me with it.
Well,
Oh my
I have
God,
all
it's the
your
first you
pictures. I
went.
have all your pictures
Oh
because of
my
your
God.
birthday.
Oh yeah, because right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, my friend Gina was over at her daughter, and I was trying to. I'm like, what kind of song I like? He knows all the rock songs from Mojo's Jukebox and from
Yeah.
all his bands in the past. So I go, I don't know what's going on here. Like, you had like some major chest hair going on there. We talked about it for a while. I go, is that real? She goes, I don't know. I go, is that like for rock and roll? Like, do you stick it on? Was that
What?
real? Real?
What was
The
real?
chest hair, your chest hair in that
Oh
picture.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's
That's
it.
real?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You you had
I had
all
a lot
kinds.
of hair, man. A lot of hair back then, and then I just lost all. But my dad lost it. But it's
Yeah.
funny, his brother still has it. So
That's
his
interesting.
brother, yeah, it's
Huh.
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff. Crazy as it is.
Good pictures.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Here's something else Boyd said. Carol, it's your brother. Okay, he can't move in with you, but he needs a kidney.
I'll send them to the Breathe Like a Boss Foundation because that's exactly. But I'm like full
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
I went to that bocce ball, the bocce ball event on
Oh
Saturday.
yeah,
And
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, we had Nick on DeBreezy. I was going to ask you how did
God,
that? What happened with that?
let me just tell you, I'm going to be involved in that as much as I can be,
Yeah,
moving forward because it was unbelievable, very successful. He had so many people there, supporters, people playing, but the people that he had speaking there, I'm emotional as it is right now. There's
yeah,
just my emotions are everywhere. But so I went there and I was interviewing people and I was standing there and a woman got up to speak. I think her name was Joy. She's from Hands of Hope, I think it's called. It's a foundation. And when she got up to speak, she said, I'm a mom donor. Okay. And that I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. And she started speaking about it. And her son, when he was 22, got into a motorcycle accident and died on his birthday. Okay. And she didn't know that he was an organ donor, but he was because, he had his driver's license for years, but they never had spoken about it.
yeah,
So that's one of the things is, awareness to me. I think awareness and becoming an organ donor is key in this entire foundation or else what's there to help people with. So
right.
she told the story. And do you know her son passing saved 6 lives by the organ donation and 160 people got
Wow.
tissue donation, 160 people or 66. It's right around there. So she now, her life is all about this. She's a volunteer for this. I think it's called Hands of Hope, which I want to talk to her more. But that's how many people can be saved from one person being an organ donor. Okay. So like she said, my son is gone. He lives on in 6 people and in 3 different countries, 2 different over the oceans. I mean,
That
I
is
couldn't
cool.
contain myself.
Yeah,
I cried, but I talked to her after she spoke a couple hours later, and I just said, she said it's so healing for her to have his memory live on, and she's met some of the recipients, and like it's just so healing for her that her son is still here and helping people in their journey of enjoying fulfilling some of their lives. And
yeah,
now Nick sent me pictures because we're trying to make a nice promo video for the foundation.
yeah.
He said, so I needed old pictures. He sent me a picture of his scars. I
Okay.
mean, he had a double lung transplant, and then how many years later had to have a kidney transplant. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
His whole family was there, big Italian family. And he said the single most thing that really saved him, other than his doctor who pushed working out and exercise, number one.
One,
That
right.
is what this foundation does. It assists people with, and then the one girl does marathons. She does marathons. She said she couldn't even walk to the door to answer it. She had no energy and she had no family. She just had a boyfriend who had to quit his job to take care of her. Now it's her husband. So
Yeah,
she's part of the foundation. But everybody was huge support system. He has a picture of himself with a mask on, Nick, holding his old lungs in his hands.
his hands.
His
Wow.
old lungs in his hands. And when I tell you, this stuff is so moving and so inspiring. I can't wait for him to just he has to get it out to much bigger, crowds of people. But it's amazing foundation, Breathe Like a Boss. It's all about, organ recipients, organ donor recipients. And what his foundation does is he assists them with anything and everything that has to do with working out, exercise, getting back, because he lived for 14 years when they told him 2 years with 25% lung function. For 14 years, they told him 2, because he was doing boxing, Muay Thai. He was so active. So yes, you can. So when we say, oh, I can't, I'm too tired, I'm too heavy, I'm too this, this guy did it for 14 years. So exercise, people just need to know in general, if it helped somebody go on 14 years with 25% lung function, and it basically saved his life, exercise and living healthy, then we should all be doing that as much as we can in general.
And you know what? And some people that might not know what we're talking about, we had Nick DeBreezy on. It was Carol's friend, brought him on the show last Thursday, I think it was, and telling his story. It's amazing this man is still alive. And and she did the fun. If there's anything that I can do, like if we ever do a concert or something, Carol, for this, let's put it together. We'll get the group, we'll get the entertainers together, and let's do something for Nick. I think it would be a great thing.
Yes.
I think it would be a good cause. Tomorrow is Wednesday. My co-host, funny man Matt Cassane, who was on the Saturday Night Live special. He's that little piece of him on the show. He's going to be talking to my co-host tomorrow. Of course, Carol Brandolino will be with us back on Thursday. So we're excited about that. And it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. All right. So Airtight Windows. If you're looking for windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight Windows. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. And serving Chicagoland area for 35 years, do it right with Airtight Windows. That's my buddy Louis Pipe, 708-785-5000. Tell him Tony O sent you. He'll take care of you and give you a great deal on windows and siding. Also, I'm going to have my guest on Friday. A friend of ours, Tina Perry, was on the show before, and what a thing that she's got so much stuff going on in these different organizations, and this is something very interesting. Stepping Stigma, I'd become a teen leader. She was also an substance abuse, had a different, just turned her whole self around, end up being the Queen Miss Wisconsin a couple of times. So she's going to be on the show Friday again, telling her story and everything that she's got going. A big fundraiser coming up in Wisconsin on July 26th. Just listen. So she'll talk about that on Friday. Crazy stuff. We got some other gigs, some new stuff, new gigs coming up besides Rosario's next Wednesday on the 26th and Ronald Anesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy next Thursday for Ocean's Rat Pack show, dinner and show. Actually, it's not a dinner. It's just a fee to get in. You can just order off the menu.
Okay.
Show for next Thursday on the 27th, oshows.com. Taverna on March 1st. A brand new place in Glenview on the 8th of March will be Johnny's Kitchen and Tap. We'll be there on the 8th. We're going to be at Bella Notte in Lyle, Illinois. New Italian restaurant with my good buddy David Calderone and Double T Tony Toto. On the 15th, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Hobart Theater in Indiana. And then the big one, on the 19th, I'm excited to be back in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin at the Getaway, which is right next to the French Country Inn. So the hotel is right next to the restaurant. They're built together. And then we get you great deals on rooms. If you guys want to, like half off.
Wow. Okay.
Room so the 19th of April, the Getaway restaurant, me and Jerry Jams. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So, we talked about a lot of different topics today and a lot of different stuff, which I think was really cool. Here's something that's interesting. Caesar's Palace, you go to Las Vegas, look at their menus for drinks. Are you ready for this, Carol? Now, we know Las Vegas is expensive, but
sure.
Come on. A Cabrera, I guess it's some sort of wine.
Cabernet.
No, it's CAIPIRNHA.
No idea.
Right, 24. A Manhattan is $25. A La Mahona is $24. A sidecar, a Royal Cognac, $25. A Bloody Mary is $23. A Mai Tai, $28. A Texas Mule is $24. I mean, what water is $18 for
Oh
a
my
bottle
God.
of water at Caesar's Palace?
I
That's the
thought they
good
used
stuff.
to give it for, when you're gambling, I thought things are supposed to be cheaper.
They were free at one particular
Right.
time.
Yeah, they used to
Absolutely.
be,
At
but
one
at least
particular time,
it's
yeah,
cheap.
it was free, but everything. And you know what's funny when people go to Las Vegas? This is the best part. And mostly gamblers in general.
Yeah.
Mostly gamblers in general. David, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Frank Nino, nice to see you, pal. All right, so here's the funny thing about gamblers. They always tell you what they win. They never tell you what they lose. I won
Yeah.
400. I won 500. And then I love it when it's which makes sense. Okay. When they
Sure.
say sometimes like, I get the free rooms and I get the free this and the free that, you've already paid for that 6 times over.
Tenfold. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
For that stuff,
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know. I'm glad I
Yeah.
never got into that.
Me
but,
too.
I got absolutely. Tomorrow, Tap House Grill, folks, for the Homeless concert. Me, John Vincent from the Chicago Cubs, who sings the national anthem, will be there. Ron Starr, Stephanie Lemonbergener, Tony Toto, of course, Lulu Sylvester, Nick Hodges. I don't know what other singers are going to stop by to sing some songs for the homeless.
Okay.
There's no cover charge. Just bring something for the homeless. Mostly if you can bring water and some hand sanitizer, because I know we're going to get a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
But if you can bring that too. And then Thursday, Positano's in Oak Brook, Jerry Jams, Lisa P. Friday, Chicago Prime. Saturday, Pier 290 at the Boathouse in Lake Geneva. And Sunday, Caliendo's in Winfield. I like to leave it with a little quote. It is funny. My goal is to be that old person that everyone is afraid to take out in public. That's me, because if I'm as loud as I am right now, I know going out in public I'm going to be even worse, right? Absolutely. And I know that's what you always have one of those friends, right, that always talk, and I like that. The louder, the better for me. I don't care what it's important. Rather drink than gamble. There you go, Frank. I agree with you, pal. All right, so birthdays for February 18th. Maria Osmond is 64 years old. This was a couple days ago. I'm a little late. And her brother, Donnie Osmond's birthday, too, turned. He's 66. Cesar Romero, who played the Joker in Batman, celebrating the birthday. Jane Seymour, actress. Christina Ricci, actress. Anthony Ramundi. Danny, if you're watching, your brother Anthony in Florida. Conservative Anthony, that's right.
I love them. Yes, happy birthday.
I love them too. Barry Manilow is 87. Richard Hamlin, you're watching. Alexa Bliss is 33 years old on WWF. Harvey Korman of the Great Carol Burnett Show. Judith Leith, I think she was on the show with the mother of with Michael J. Fox. What was the name of that? Family Ties. Family Ties. That's it. Dan Hill and Noddy Holder from Sweet, one of my favorite bands. They both celebrated birthday. Kim Novak, 92. That's very interesting stuff. Hal Linden, 93. Clint Johns, great producer, 83. Got it. Oh, I already said that already. Cool. So anyway, birthdays. Thank you guys all. Carol, thank you so much for being on the show, and we appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you back. Hopefully you'll be at the thing tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow. I'll definitely be there tomorrow.
Thursday, we have Twisted Thursday or Thirsty Thursday. Trying to say that fast. Anyway, guys, again, checking in on Laura. She's doing much better every day. She was in the office today. Little by little, and she's doing fantastic. Roseanne, my cousin, found out she had a brother when she was 23 years old. Wow. Interesting story. So anyway, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. I think it's important. And I know another thing that we're supposed to do is talk about my good friends again from Ace Hardware. I missed them the first time. Our good friends from Ace. Buy local, shop local. We got to love them. They got a lot more great things happening there, folks. Also, let's see, small engine repair at all makes and models, lawnmowers, snowblowers, generators, chainsaws. They do it all. Tune-up start at just $105. And guys, don't forget, love is in the air. Air Carhartt jackets, vests, crew neck sweaters are now 30% off at JRC hardware stores. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Be kind to everybody, folks. It's a crazy world out there. Yeah. Just come together and be loved. Just try to love and try to be cool and try to be happy.
How about just don't be an asshole? I mean, it's that easy.
Don't be an asshole. There you go. But sometimes we are. We don't mean to, but sometimes. Anyway, Ringo Starr says peace and love. Goodbye, everybody. God bless you. Have a great day. See you tomorrow with my co-host, Matt Cassane, who was just on the Saturday Night Live special 50th anniversary. He's going to talk about that. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Stay warm, everybody. God bless you. Peace and love, and share the show, please. Thank you very much.